Hello everyone, it's been a little while. I've got some really huge projects on the horizon that have been taking up all of my time recently, so I'm sorry if I've been a little absent from the channel. But in January, I will definitely have an hour-long special that should be really, really good. Something extraordinary. And trust me, if you know, you know. Anyway, I just didn't want to go too long between making videos this year, and I have had this idea in my mind for a little while, and I feel as if it's a pretty good portion of my audience that isn't on TikTok. So this video can hopefully show most of you some cool new things you might not have seen before. And this video isn't really going to be the deepest of dives on these creators, so I really encourage you to seek out their content and so you can go see the full scope of what they make. All of the links to their channels will be in the description below. So, without further ado, Tik Tok icons that I wish I was friends with in real life, whom I would slowly and methodically develop a deep and intimate friendship with, escalating to the point where the next logical step in our relationship becomes me killing them and wearing their skin. Tunnel Girl. First up on our list is this woman who has been dubbed Tunnel Girl. She earned this nickname by virtue of digging a tunnel stretching 22 feet below ground in her own basement.
In August of 22, I cut an opening off the side of the sub-basement and started to carve into the solid rock. Fabricated an elevator to lift material. 1,000 pounds at a time.
And I'm just gonna say it, this woman is a freaking badass. I could barely make a hole in my own backyard, let alone in an elaborately engineered tunnel system. And on top of that, she's always dressed to the nines while doing this shit. I mean, I roll out of bed and stay in my pajamas all day, so major props to this lady. What I really appreciate about her TikTok account is that it really seems like she's here to show us her successes and triumphs.
I'm building a secret tunnel under my basement and recently completed the largest concrete pour for the walls. It was mostly a success, but there were a few significant failures, and I now present to you a retrospective analysis to determine what worked, what didn't, and what can be done better.
It's this whole learning process, and she doesn't shy away from displaying her own mistakes. Now, I genuinely don't know if she's an actual engineer, and I don't feel like doing the research to find out. But you can ask her yourself over on her YouTube channel, at Engineer Kayla.
The west wall form blew out and completely failed near the entrance. Additionally, there is a huge problem where the concrete poured behind the membrane. Fortunately, this is in the same section as the blowout.
And you know, I feel like this would be such an easy friendship to establish. I'd offer to help her excavate her elaborate tunnel system, and we'd have a pretty seamless bond over that, putting in the work late into the night, just digging a hole. Eventually, the madness of digging out the tunnel system would only help to expedite us to the step where I wear her skin. And from the videos, it does seem like she's got pretty good skin. But, you know, all that excavating work has probably taken its toll on it regardless, especially in the hands area, so it might not be as soft and comfortable as it could be. For that reason, I'll be giving her skin a wearability of 8.5 out of 10. Up next on our list is user Cow Turtle, and he's pretty quickly become a living meme. The TLDR is that this guy bought a house and has converted an old cistern on the property into a walk-in aquarium, dubbed the Eel Pits.
Hi everybody, welcome to my Eel Pit.
And yeah, this is just a fun and wholesome account where the guy shows off his love for aquatic sea life, gives us, you know, a little taste of what life is like inside of the Eel Pit, This is pretty freaking awesome. I just want to go in and swim around with all his aquatic sea life, with Mentally Eel and Crunchwrap Supreme.
And here we have Crunchwrap Supreme, and Mentally Eel actually just stole that one from Shaquille here.
And you know we would have a dope-ass friendship. I'd be in there, in the pit with him every day, just fucking around with all of his dope-ass eels and crabs and shit. And you know I'm bringing some extra fish food for my boy Crunchwrap. But, as far as his skin wearability is concerned, I'm a bit dubious. On one hand, they're already in a pit, which I've been told helps with skin feel.
Or they'll pay it!
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
But on the other hand, it's very rare that they show themselves in their videos, so it can be kind of tough to ascertain just how good their skin actually is. On top of that, I feel like all the work they do in the eel pit gives their skin kinda of that, that pruned brininess of a hardened fisherman. So, for those reasons, I don't think I can give them a skin wearability rating higher than a 6 out of 10 without meeting them in person. Wizard of Oz lady. Okay, so this woman's thing is that she likes the Wizard of Oz.
Have I ever gotten bored of the Wizard of Oz? Not yet.
Like, really, really likes the Wizard of Oz. And at first I found this pretty off-putting and weird, but a recent video of hers where she talks about her reasoning why she has such an obsession for Oz, as it was a source of comfort for her during a traumatic time in her childhood, that video really made me rethink my opinion on her and respect her fandom of choice a little more.
May I ask if you are autistic? I can see why that would make sense, but I have never been diagnosed, and to my knowledge, I am not on the spectrum.
The only criteria I think I meet for being on the spectrum is the hyperfixation on the Wizard of Oz, the special interest, if you will.
But actually, I think my deep love of Oz actually comes more from childhood trauma than a diagnosis like autism. And that's when I saw the Wizard of Oz for the first time. And it's only occurred to me in the last few years, but I think all of that upheaval in my life actually led me to turn to the Wizard of Oz as a positive and healthy coping mechanism. And that's what it's remained for me ever since. There is so much safety and identification to be found in fairy stories. And that's where I feel this deep and loving fixation for the Wizard of Oz comes from.
Like everyone else in this video, she's kind of just doing her own thing, and it makes her happy, so why the hell should I care? I like to think that if we were friends in real life, I would be able to steer the conversation away from Wizard of Oz if it got too exhausting. Like, no girly, we're at the Applebee's downing dollar marks. This is not the time or place to talk about L. Frank Baum. Once our friendship entered its peak of intensity and I would have to kill her and skin her, you can tell she has a pretty great skincare routine. Like, look how flawless that skin looks. I feel as if she might have the best skincare routine out of everyone on this list today. I would definitely feel pretty comfortable in her skin. 10 out of 10. Anyway guys, that's all the time I have for this video. Make sure you... Anyways guys, that's all the time I have for this video. Make sure you comment any other places where I could get some good skin. And don't forget to... Anyways guys, that's all the time I have for this video.